For days now, the entire world has understandably been on pins and needles waiting to see whether or not Trump is going to decide to bomb Iran. And that was naturally a big focus of today's press briefing. Of course it was. Now, given some of the answers I heard from the current press secretary, I thought I'd take another crack at answering some of them myself. Okay, we're going to start with Mary Bruce from ABC News. Kick it off, Mary.
Just to clarify the president's statement just now, when he says that he'll make a decision in the next 2 weeks, is he saying that if Iran does not come back to the negotiating table within the next 2 weeks, that the president will strike? And is he seeing any signs of progress? He obviously is holding out hope for negotiations, but is he seeing any inklings of progress that give him that hope that talks are still possible?
Mary, 2 weeks is a tactic. It's not any timeline or deadline. I mean, to give you a sense, and I mentioned this earlier, he's used this tactic 10 times in the last 6 months alone. And he did it a lot during the first term, too. And guess what? There's never anything at the end of the 2 weeks. Now, as for the negotiating table, that would be great. But it is kind of hard to imagine Iran is actually going to do that right now, given it would make them look like they're responding to Trump's threat. I mean, we'll see. But that's what they might look like. They also see all the politics in the United States that we do. They know where Steve Bannon was, that he was at the White House today. They know what the MAGA members of the isolationist party think. They know there's a civil war within the Republican Party. They know all that. They know Trump is weighing it. This is about Trump buying time. Maybe he will make a decision to strike. Maybe he won't. But my bet is this is just as much about reading domestic politics and having more time to do that as it is about actually negotiating tactics. All right. Politico's Dasha Burns.
I know things are going day by day. Right now, the president wants maximum optionality. Is the possibility of the U.S. getting involved in regime change in Iran at all on the table at this point?
I mean, less than a week ago, Trump did muse about going after the Ayatollah. It was less than a week ago, in the same post where he told people to evacuate Tehran. No, who knows? But all of that likely stems from the fact that it is definitely on the table for Netanyahu, who even told ABC News that Israel might choose to end the conflict by killing Iran's supreme leader. He said that out loud. So if the U.S. gets further mired in Israel's war and killing Iran's leader is the end game, we know Trump is taking a lot of direction from Netanyahu. So an attempt at regime change is certainly a possibility, certainly on the table. Okay, next up, Rob Crilly from The Telegraph.
To what extent is this 2 week delay with Iran the result of interventions by the likes of Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene, or the entreaties of European leaders who want a de-escalation?
Oh, Rob. The president appears to make his decisions based on whoever chirped last in his ear, or whatever he last saw on Fox News. And the fact that Steve Bannon was at the White House today, kind of around the time Trump decided to put his decision on ice for 2 weeks, though Steve Bannon had said a lot of these things publicly, tells you a lot about what you need to know right now. Now, if you're looking for a rank order of the people you listed or the groups you listed, I can assure you that of all the people you mentioned, and I'm going to throw Fox News in there, has a different position than Steve Bannon and Marjorie Taylor Greene, the people he is least likely to listen to are the European leaders. I can assure you of that. Okay, Mike Carter from Newsmax. Why not?
One last question. When it comes to the president's position on foreign policy in general, is there a phrase that the White House has coined? Is there a Trump doctrine? Does the president like to talk about this? Anyone here in the White House talking about this? And if so, if there is something akin to a Trump doctrine, how would you define it?
Such a hard-hitting question, Mike. I always know I can depend on you. America First is what they say their doctrine is. It's a slogan, though. It's not a policy agenda. And Trump recently said that he gets to decide what America First means. So who knows what that means? So his foreign policy can really only be described as, I guess, a combination of astonishing weakness, fecklessness, and a profound ability to be so easily manipulated by foreign authoritarians. If you want to call that the Trump doctrine, have at it. You can even quote me on that. I hope that answers your questions.